have a nice crowd here tonight, but if you weigh it against the population of the city, it's a small number. How important is citizen involvement in the development of the city? And how would you encourage the citizens of this city to become more involved?
Well, I couldn't agree more. I think, as I've said earlier a little bit, that city government's open, and anybody can get involved in city government. The fact of the matter is not enough people do that. And so one of the things that I would want to do is to take the city government out into the neighborhoods and into the city. For example, the budget process. I don't see any reason why, when you're developing the budget for the mayor, that you have a meeting here or in the West End or at Ivy Community Hall, whatever, and you say to the citizens, because I think they'll show up on this night, we're going to have 2 department heads, they're going to come in and we'll invite the city council and the mayor will be there, and we're going to have them present their request to the city officials on what they would like to have for the upcoming year, so that you all know what's in, what they're requesting. This is our 9th, 10th forum, I don't know. That's the first question. Well, that wasn't even a question about the budget. We haven't had a question about the budget yet. Budget's about $108 million, and nobody, pays much attention to it. So I think it's very important to get the citizens more involved. And to do that, you've got to go out and be amongst them. And I know Matt will tell you, and he deserves credit, that he's been with them for 18 years as a city council person. I get that. I appreciate that, but frankly, you're going to have to take the city out to the citizens to get them more deeply involved. And so I think you have to have those meetings. And so one of the other things I've said is that city council meetings are every other Monday night, and on those other Monday nights, my intent as mayor would be to have a town hall meeting someplace in the city on those opposite Monday nights. So every Monday night would be full for me, because you've got to go out there and you at least have to try to have people show up, and if you get them show up, that helps build the energy that you're going to move the city forward. So the answer to the question, very important to get more city involvement, and the way you're going to have to do that is to be out in the city, and not have, perhaps have study sessions at 6 o'clock at night or something when more people are available to come. So we've got to really reach out to the citizens and councilors, hopefully get them better involved.
I've been doing this a long time, and citizen involvement is a tough solution. We'll pass a $105 million budget, and we won't have anybody in the council chambers. But try to ban fire pits and you can't get a seat. So people hear what they want to hear, and they have the opportunity to do that. When you're a state legislator, you're in Des Moines, and people can't get a hold of you, and you feel isolated. I would tell you, I don't feel isolated. I got a letter last night saying I'm an idiot. I got an email saying I'm an idiot, and I called both those people, and we discussed. I don't know that I convinced them that I wasn't, but we certainly had that conversation. And one guy said, I can't believe that an elected official calls me back. And I said, in 18 years, I have never not called somebody back. I would bet my life that there isn't one person that can say that I have never not called them back. My biggest area of concern about getting people involved is to look around this room and tell me what you see in this room. And I'm not picking on you because I'm 57 years old, but there, other than maybe 10 people, there's nobody in this room under the age of 50. And we need to get those people motivated and involved in their city. We look in this election process, how do you get votes? And we talked about social media and getting the young people involved, and we found that in the last mayoral election, under the age of 33, 138 people voted. 138 people that are under the age of 33. And so we need to get those people involved. I think how you do that is get them on boards and commissions. I don't think a lot of people know that all they have to do is submit their name to the mayor. They can be appointed to a board or commission in an area that they have a particular interest. But service today, and I hear people say, well, people today are more busy than we were. That's not true. I've been busy my whole life, and Constable at Savings Bank.
I'm gonna have to cut you off here.
And Tom Whitson said, here's what you're gonna do in the community.